Hi everyone, I'm Arglefumph. Welcome back to Sherlock Holmes Week. Every day this week I've been playing a different Sherlock Holmes game. This is the best Sherlock Holmes game by far, in my opinion. It's the Testament of Sherlock Holmes, and part of the reason it's so good is that there were multiple companies that worked on it, not just Frogware Games. No offense to Frogware Games, but I think it really helped to have other companies get in on the license and make things better. I will say that the start of the game is kind of weird. See, we have the scene where Sherlock is exploring an attic, and the first thing he finds is a huge Sudoku puzzle.
Wow, George wasn't kidding. This does look hard.
It looks like a really complicated Sudoku puzzle, but we have to solve it and give the solution back to George. So let's get started. Okay, number 1 goes over here. And let me see. I think that's it for number 1. Number 2. Alright, so the number 2 can't be in this column or this column, so it has to be in this column. And it can't be in this row, so it goes over here. Alrighty, so number 2 can't be in this row or this row, so it has to be on the top row. And it can't be in the left-hand column, so it goes over here. And that helps us figure out that 2 can't be in this column or this column, so it has to be over here. Alright, I'm a Sudoku master. Wait, no, scratch that, scratch that. I don't know where the other 2's go. Let's move on to number 3. I don't really see where I can use the number 3, so I'll move on to number 4. Let's see, 4 over here or there. Don't see where I can use 4. Let's try number 5. Oh boy, this is going to take a long time, isn't it? I can already tell. Number 6. Number 6. Nope, can't see anything with number 6. Number 7. Okay, here we go. 7 can't be in this column or this column, so it has to be in this column. And it can't be in the top row, so it goes over here. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So 7 can't be in this row or this row, so it must be in the bottom row. And it can't be in this column, so it must be over here. Good, good. So 7 can't be in this row or this row, so it has to be in the bottom row. And it can't be in the right-hand column, so it's over here. And 7 can't be in this column or this column, so it must be in the middle column. And it can't be in the bottom row, so it has to be over here. All the 7's are filled in. Awesome! Let's move on to number 8. Let me see. 8, 8, 8. Okay, 8 can't be in this row or this row, so 8 must be in this row. And it can't be in this column, so it must be over here. And let's see. 8 can't be in this row or this row, so it has to be in the top row. And it must be on the left because it can't be in the right-hand column. Which means 8 can't be in this column or this column. It's in the middle column. And it can't be in the middle row, so it must be on the top row, middle column. It can't be in this row or this row, so it must be in one of these 2 spaces. And it's not in the middle column, so it's over here. And the number 8 is completely solved. Let's move on to number 9. 9 can't be in this column or this column, so it's in this column. 9 can't be in this row or the middle row, so it's in the bottom row. I think that's it for number 9. Let's go back to number 1. Now that the board is sort of filled up and we have less spaces for the number 1 to go into, maybe we can find new spots for number 1 to go into that we couldn't find before. Such as right over here. We know the 1 can't be in this row or this row, and previously we decided that the 1 had to be over here or over here. We didn't know which one, but now that we know a 2 is over here the 1 has to go over here. So that's what I'm talking about. As there are more numbers on the board, there are less choices to make, so it's easier to figure out where the numbers can go. And let's see, a number 6 goes somewhere over here. It's not in this row or this column, so it must be here. 6, 6, and can't place it there. Let's try number 9. Let's see, the 9 is not in this column or in this row, so it's over here. So it's on the top row here, which doesn't really help us out. Okay, I think I'm finished with this grid for now. I can't really see anything else to fill, except maybe this column. It's missing a 3 and a 6, so the 2 numbers in these locations are 3 and 6. And it can't be 6 down here, so this is the 3, and this is the 6. Okay, does that help me figure out anything else? Doesn't really look like it. Well, I mean, the 3 obviously goes over here because it's not in this row. Let me see. 3 is not in the top row or the bottom row, so it's over here. That helps us out, and this is 1, 2, 3. We're missing a 4 in this 3 by 3 grid, so the 4 must go in the only remaining spot. Okay, that helps us out, and the 4 is not in the bottom row, and obviously not here in the middle row, so it's over here on the top. And because the 4 isn't in the top row or the bottom row, it's here in the middle row. It's not in the left-hand column, so it's over here. 4, 4, so 4 is over here or over here. It must be over here. You know how I figured that out? Because the 4 has to be somewhere over here in the top row, so it can't be over here. If that makes sense, I hope that does make sense, because that's the solution. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, this 3 by 3 grid is missing a 6, which means this column is missing a 5. Oh wow, we're really solving things now. Alrighty, let's start again from the beginning. Number 1. Not really seeing much for number 1, I'm sorry. Let's try number 2. 2 is over here or over here, because 2 is not in the top row or the bottom row, and it's not in the left-hand column, so it's here in the middle. And 2 is not in this column or this column, so it's over here. And that's it for number 2. And I think we can finish the middle grids now. Let's see, this row, 1, 2, 3, 4. This row is missing a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This row is missing a 6. Alright, so the middle grids are completely filled out. Awesome. Let's move onward. Number 6. Number 6 can't be in this column or this column, so it must be on the right-hand side, and it can't be in the top row. So it's over here. 6, 6, 6 must be over here or here, but I don't know which one yet. Let's try number 9. Let's see, 9 has to be on top, but I guess I kind of already knew that. So 9 has to be on the bottom here. Right? 9 has to be on the bottom here. So 9 must be on the top over here. Because 9 is in this column and this column, it must be in the left-hand column in the upper grid. Okay, so this should be it. 9 can't be in this column or this column, so it's on the left, and it can't be in this row, so it's over here. So 9 is completely finished. Oh man, I'm on a roll now. Okay, number 3. Number 3. 3 cannot be in this row, so it must be over here. And 3 can't be in the top row or the bottom row, so it's the middle one. Excellent. So this grid is 1, 2, 3, 4. It's missing a 5. And this row, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's missing a 6. And this grid, 1, 2, 3. It's, no wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. It's missing the 5. I almost said it's missing a 4, but that would have been wrong. And this column, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's missing a 6. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So this grid is missing 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. It's missing 4 and 5, but we can't fill either of those in yet. Wait, yes we can. It's missing a 4 and a 5, and the 5 can't be over here, so the 5 must be over here. Alrighty, so the 5, it can't be in this row, so it's over here. And it can't be in the bottom row or the middle row, so it's on the top row. And that's it for all the 5s. Now let's work on the 4s. 4 can't be on the top row or in the bottom row, so it's here in the middle. That's all the 4s. Really, really close now. Really, really close. 3. 3 and 1. Let me see. So this 3 by 3 grid is missing one number, and it's not the 1, so it must be the 3. And this row is missing a number 1. And this grid is missing a number 3. And this is number 1. Awesome! So I just solved part 1 of 5 of the Sudoku puzzle. Cool, so how much time do I have left? Oh gosh, it's been 11 minutes? Oh, I don't think I'll be able to solve the Sudoku puzzle in just one video. Alrighty, so, let me see, 1 can't be in this column or this column, so it's in this column. I think that's it for number 1. Let's try number 2. Not much with number 2. Number 3. Okay, number 3 isn't in this row or this row, so it's in the middle row. And it's not in the right-hand column, so it's in the middle. It's not in this column or this column, meaning it's on the left-hand column. And it's not on the top row, so it's over here. Excellent, excellent, excellent. But I think that's it for the number 3. Yeah, that's it for 3. Let's move on to 4. I don't see anything for 4, so let's do number 5. 5 isn't in this column or this column, so it's in the middle. And it's not in the middle row, so it's on the top. So if it's not on the top row or the middle row, it's on the bottom row. And it's not in the middle column, so it's over here. I think that might be it for number 5. Let's move on to number 6. Okay, 6 isn't in this column or this column, so it's in the middle column. And I think that might be it for number 6. Let me see. 6 isn't in this row or this row, so it's in this row. Alright, number 7 now. 7 isn't in this row or this row, it's on the top row. And it's not in the left column, so it's over here. Good, good, good. Are there any other 7s? Doesn't really look like there's much we can do with the number 7. Let's try 8. I don't see anything for the number 8, so let's move on to 9. 9 isn't in this column or the middle row, so it's down here. It's not on the bottom row or the middle row, so it's up here. Okay, so 9 is not in the bottom row, so it's on the top row over here. And it must be in the middle row over here. And that doesn't really tell us anything, though. Number 1. Let me see. Number 1 can't be in this column or this column, so it's in this one. Excellent. And it can't be in this row or this row, so it's over here. So number 1 can't be in this column or this column, so it's in this one. But that doesn't help us. Number 1 isn't in this column or this column, so it's here. Alright, so it's not in this row or this column, so it's over here, and we're finished with number 1. Time for number 2. Alrighty. This video is gonna be like 14 minutes of me solving Sudoku puzzle, just like the last video. You guys, don't stop watching now. The fun is just getting started. Let's skip number 2 and move on to number 3. Number 3. Number 3. Ooh, almost. Number 3. Here we go. Okay, number 3 is not in this row or this row. So it's in this row, and it's not in the middle column, so it's over here. And I think that's it for number 3. Let's move on to number 4. Number 4 is not in this row or this row, so it's in the bottom row. Number 4 is not in this column or this column, and it's in this column. Excellent. So number 4... Number 4 is not in this row, so it's in the bottom row, and it's not in the middle column, so it's over here. Let's move on to number 5. I don't see anywhere for number 5. Oh, yes, I do. Number 5 is not in this row, or this row, so it's in this row. Ah, Sudoku is so much fun. It's not in this one. Let's go to number 6. Number 6. It's not in the top row, or the bottom row, so it's in the middle row. Let's see. Number 6 is... I'm thinking about it, but it doesn't look like there's anywhere else for me to put a number 6, so I'm going to move on to number 7. Okay, number 7 is not in the top row or the bottom row, so I'm going to put it in the middle row, and it's not in the left-hand column, so it's over here. Okay, number 7 is not in this column or this column, so it's in that column. It's not in the top row, so it must be in the bottom row here. Thus meaning it's in the middle row somewhere over here, but the middle row is wide open, so that's about all I know. Okay, that's it for number 7. On to number 8. Number 8 is not in the top row or the bottom row, so I'm going to put it there. And it's not in this column or that column, so it's in the left-hand column. Number 8 has to be in the top row here, which means it has to be in the bottom row here. We have a number 8 in the left-hand row, so a number 8 must be here. Good. So if we have an 8 in this column and an 8 in this column, the 8 must go somewhere here. And it's not in the middle row, so it's over here. Thus meaning that we have an 8 in this row and an 8 in this row, so an 8 is here or here. And we have an 8 in this column, so the 8 goes here. Okay, 8 in this column, 8 in this column, 8 over here. That's it for number 8. Now on to number 9. Number 9 goes right over there. And there. Let's see. Anywhere else for a 9? Nope, nowhere else for the number 9. Alright, the background music at the Ryokan was getting a little tedious, so I switched locations. So now we're gonna have cool background music while I solve the Sudoku puzzle. Do. Not that I need cool background music to make this video any more awesome than it already is. Do. So a 4 goes over here. And this 3x3 grid is missing a 7. You see, this grid is missing a 2 and a 6. I don't see where the 2 and 6 could go, so I'll just leave them open for now. Oh, and there goes the music. Okay, let's try number 3. Number 3. Okay, here we go. The number 3 is in the middle column here, which must mean for this 3x3 grid, the 3 is over here. So if the 3 is in this row and this row, the 3 must be in the top row and not in the middle column. So there's the 3 right there. Okay, a 3 is not in this column or this column, so the 3 is over here. And the 3 is not in this row or this row, so it's in the top row. And it's not in the middle column, so it's right over here. All the 3s are finished. Do, 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 do. 4 is not in this column, nor is it in this column. 4 goes over here, this column right over there. 4 is not in this row or this row. And it's not in this column, so it's over here. That's it for number 4. On to number 5. Okay, this 3x3 grid in the middle is missing a number 5. So I'll put the 5 right over there. The 5 is not in the top row or the middle row, so it's in the bottom row. And it's not on the left, so it's over here. Okay, and the 5 is not in this row or this row, so it's in the top row. Awesome! Number 5 is finished. Now for number 6. Let's see. I'm not seeing a whole lot of places where I could put the number 6. Wait, the 6 is not in this column or this column, so it's in this column. Good, good. So the 6 is not in this row, and it's not in this column, so it's over here. So the 6 is not in this column. It must be in this column. Okay, number 6 finished. On for number 7. Actually, hold on a second. This 3x3 grid is missing the number 2. So the 2 goes there. And this column is also missing a number 2. And this 3x3 grid is missing the number 9. And this row is missing the number 2. This 3x3 is missing the number 9. And this row is missing the number 2. This row is also missing the number 2. Alright, so the 2 is in this row. So it can't be over here, it must be over here. So this 3x3 grid is now missing the number 9. And this row must be missing the number 7. And this 3x3 grid is missing the number 9. Alright, so I'm finished with this. Let's see how much more I have left to do. Well, I still have a lot left. Let's try the bottom right-hand corner. Okay, where does a 1 go over here? Anywhere? Nowhere? Okay, let's try number 2. Okay, number 2 is in this column and in this column, so in the top 3x3 grid, the number 2 is in this column. 2 is in this row and 2 is in that row, so it must be in the top here, and it's not in this column, so it goes over here. Let's go for 3. Okay, so the 3 is not in this column or this column, so it's in this one. And now for 4. 4 is not in this column or this column or this row, so it's over here. Alright, so 4 is in this row and in this row, so the 4 must be somewhere over here, and it's not in the left-hand column, so it's in the middle column. And I think that's it for the number 4. Let's move on to number 5. 5 is not in this row or this row, so it's the middle one. 5 is not in this column or this column, so it's in this one. It's not in this row, so it's over here. 5 is not in this row or this row, so it's the bottom row. And it's not in this column because we have a 5 there, so it's in this one. 5 is not in this column or this column, and it's not in the top row, so it's over here. It's not in this row or this row, so it's in this row, and it's not in this column. Alright, I'm finished with the number 5. On to the number 6. 6 is not in this row or this row, so it's over here. I don't see where else I could find a number 6, unless... Nope, no number 6. Let's try number 7. Let's see, 7 is not in this column or this column, so it's in this column. It's not this row, so it's over here. 7's not this row or this row, so it's over here. It's not this column or this column, so it's in this column. But I don't know if it's on top or on bottom, so... Yep, let's forget that. Number 8. I see absolutely no place for number 8 because we only have one 8 on the board. Okay, number 9. It's not in this row or this row, so it's on the bottom row. Okay, here we go. The 9 is not in this column, so it's in this column, and it's not the middle row, so it's over here. Alrighty, so I think that's it for number 9. Let's go back to number 1. Anything new about number 1? Not really. No, wait, I can see a number 1. 1 is in this row, which means the 1 is going to be here or here, which means the 1 in this 3x3 grid is here or here. It can't be in the middle, so it's over here. Oh, and by the way, shout out from Ella to her BFF, Taylor. And let's see, on to number 2. Not seeing anything I can do with number 2. On to number 3. We have a 3 in this row, which means the 3 is over here. And it can't be in this column, so it's over here. So the 3 isn't in this column, or this column, it's in the middle column. And it's not in the bottom row, so it's over here. So 3 is not in this row, or the bottom row, so it's over here. 3 is not in this column or this column, it's in this column, and it's not in the bottom row, so it's over here, and number 3 is completely filled out. Awesome! And I think I'm going to get started with number 1. I don't see anywhere to put the number 1 in this grid, so let's move on to number 2. Okay, so the 2 is not in this row or this row, so it's the middle row. And it's not in this column, so it's over here. The 2 is not in the top row or the bottom row, so it's in the middle row. Not in the left-hand column, so it's in the middle. 2 is not in this row or this row, so it's the middle row. Ah, there we go. The number 2 is totally filled. Okay, 3 is not in this row or this row, so it's over here. It's not in this column or this column, so it's over here. 3 is not in this row or this row, so it's in the middle row. Ah, but that doesn't help me out. Okay, 3 is not in this column or this column. It's in the middle column. And it's not in the middle row, so it's over here. 3 is not in this row or this row. It's the top row. It's not in the left column, so it's over here. 3 is not in this column or this column. It's in the middle column and not the top row, so it's over here. And 3 is completely filled. Alright, I'm on a Sudoku roll, everybody. I'm trying to go very quickly so I can solve this puzzle in one video. Let's hope I can do that. And every time I say that, I immediately get stuck and can't figure out what to do next. So I really should stop saying that I'm going to finish this puzzle sometime soon. 5 is not in this column or this column, so it's in this column. Let me see. 5 is not in this row or this row, so it's over here. 5 is not in this column or that column.